What's going on, guys? Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays from the Pop Complex. Today, in celebration of the holiday season, we are going to be doing an unboxing of these 2 Year Without a Santa Claus figures from NECA Toys. Now, these are the Snow Miser and the Heat Miser. These are the Miser brothers from the 1974 Rankin and Bass produced stop motion animation classic, The Year Without a Santa Claus. So let's take a closer look, guys. My name is Matt, and this is the Pop Complex. All right, guys, welcome back. So let's go ahead and get started on these 2 figures. First one we have here is the Snow Miser. So there he is with some screenshot from when he was doing his song and dance number with that super catchy song. And if you take a closer look at him in the packaging there, guys, he is a spot-on likeness. NECA did a really awesome job capturing the look of the stop-motion figures for these 2 that was used in that animated classic. I believe these are from the 2006-2007 era. I may be mistaken on that, guys, but I think that they are. So that's some of the earlier figures that NECA produced. As you can see here, NECA, and there is no date stamp that I'm seeing here that tells us what year these are from, but I believe they're from 06. If you look here on the back, you've got some snowflake background, and you see 2 other sets here. I only found the 2 Miser brothers, but there is also the Jangle the elf, the civilian Kris Kringle, civilian Claus, and we have here also 2 of the little Snow Miser's minion guys, the little miniature versions of himself that did the backup vocals and the dancing in his number. And we have some toys here that were from the special as well. Looks like a little zebra and an elephant. But we also have over here on this other side, in the Heat Miser set, we have Jingle the Elf, we have Mrs. Claus, we have some accessories, a package, the Day Off for Santa newspaper from the actual special. Looks like a basket there, and the Heat Miser's 2 little mini minions as well with their little straw hats on. But I have looked up these other sets, guys, and they're very, very, very expensive on eBay. So I don't know if I'll ever track those down or see those out anywhere. But we do have the Miser brothers. So we'll take a closer look quickly at the Heat Miser as well. So there he is, and I'll tilt him down so you can take a better look at the likeness on his face. Very awesome job that NECA did on the likeness, and you can see the iridescent, the glitter detail that was put into his outfit, into his clothes. These 2, they really look like they just stepped right out of the animated special. They look like the exact stop motion puppets almost that they used. And there's a shot of an angry Heat Miser from the special. The artwork is still the same. If we flip them over on the back, it is exactly the same as Snow Miser, and you have the 2 other sets here on the back. So there they are, guys, the 2 brothers of Mother Nature from The Year Without a Santa Claus, Snow Miser and Heat Miser by NECA Toys. So we're going to get these guys out of the package and take a closer look at how awesome they are. Stay tuned, guys. All right, guys, and here we go. We have the Snow Miser and Heat Miser out of the package. So let's take a closer look at Snow Miser. Very awesome likeness, guys. I really am digging this even more out of the packaging. He's got a sort of a clear coat on his hair, which if you know in the special, his hair looks sort of like ice, basically, a little thin layer of ice. So they really did a good job giving that clear coat to capture the look of that. You can see his long pointy nose there with the icicles hanging down. And again, he looks like he stepped right out of the animated special. He looks exactly like the puppet. Of course, those had cloth clothes, but these do not. But they really took some extra detail with the iridescent, the sparkles in there to capture the look of the fabric that those clothes were made out of in the special. So I had a little trouble getting Snow Miser to stand up, even though he does have rather large feet that would assist him in standing up. It looks like he is, one of his ankles maybe slightly crooked a little bit to keep his feet from standing flat, but I may be able to work that out. And he stands up fairly decent, not a big deal. These guys are mainly for novelty, and they don't require a whole lot of posability, really. So they're very limited in articulation. So let's take a look at the articulation that they do have. So Snow Miser does have a head articulation here at the neck, and he does go from side to side like that. His scarf is solid. It's a solid sculpted piece, so there's no flexibility there. His arms are articulated here at the shoulder, so he can get all the way around, probably good 360-degree range of motion there. Same way with the other arm. Now, I did notice these guys are pretty stiff with their articulation, so there's a little bit of popping and cracking going on as you work this articulation out. So that's a good hint that they have been in the package for quite a long time. So if you look here, I tried to see if there was any wrist articulation, but it doesn't look like there is. I manipulated it a little bit, and I couldn't really find any evidence of a wrist cut. So there's no wrist articulation. So it looks like the only articulation you get is in the shoulders. Now, underneath his shirt here, there is a hip swivel, so he can get some side to side going on there. And he is articulated very stiffly at his hips, so he can get some forward and back or in and out, whichever you would call that. And there's no knee articulation, so very limited on the leg articulation there, guys. And like I said, he has a little bit of trouble standing up, but there is an ankle swivel. It's not a rocker, it's just a swivel side to side. So that does prevent me from sort of rocking this ankle back out so that those feet can stand flat. But I may work a little bit with that, heat that up a little bit if I need to get him to be able to stand a little bit flatter. But he looks like he's already getting there by now, guys. The accessory that he comes with is his cane. He's got the little silver cane from the special that he has. So that's really cool that was included as well. Now, my only minor gripe about this is that he maybe could have been packaged with the straw hat that he used in the dance song and dance number, the I'm Mr. Snow Miser number. A minor complaint. There may have been some issues really with getting it to stay on his head the way that it's sculpted. And if they did that, they would need to include one with Heat Miser. And as you can see, his hair is a hard sculpted plastic, so he really wouldn't even be able to wear his at all, because in the original special, when his hat was on, the hair was like a cloth fabric or fiber material, so it was just pushed down under the hat. They could achieve that effect, but not with the action figure here for Heat Miser. So minor complaint, but I guess I could see why that they didn't include it. So now, guys, let's put Snow Miser back over here so he can chill out for a second. And now let's take a look at the Heat Miser. Very good likeness on the face, guys. He's got that lower lip coming down, so he's kind of grimacing just like he did in the special. He's got that signature hair that sticks straight up. And I think, guys, in the special, there was actually, inside the puppet, there was a light inside of his head that would flicker and make his hair actually glow like it was hot and glowing. So articulation-wise, he does have a swivel at the head, but it looks kind of tight because he's kind of bulky, and with his hair, you really wouldn't want to get too much side to side anyway. And his arms are pretty limited in articulation as well, just like his brother Snow Miser, he only has 1 point of articulation on each arm, and this one is actually posed in a bent elbow position, so you can't even put this one down at his side, but he does go forward and back or up and down, whichever you prefer to call that. And the same way with the other arms, it's kind of stiff. You can hear the articulation cracking there as it loosens up. But he does have the iridescent, the glittery look to replicate the fabric that his shirt and pants were made out of with the original stop motion special. So good job there. But again, guys, this is very early NECA. So this is several years before the work that we see them do now on television and movie toys, where they can really capture those good details. But this is early NECA. These guys are really cool, though. I really love these. They look exactly like the puppets. I couldn't be more happy with them. I don't need a whole lot of posability and articulation out of these guys because I'm just going to display them like they are. So they're basically going to be like neat little statues from these two characters. But I'll continue on with the articulation. So he has a waist swivel here. It's kind of stiff though under his shirt. I don't really see much need in getting a whole lot of articulation out of his waist anyway. And then he has at the bottom of his thick torso, he does have some leg articulation, which is a little stiff. I was able to work his leg here on the right side loose a little bit, but this would require a little bit more probably maneuvering, but I'll deal with that later, guys. But he is in a good position already to stand stable, and he does have some ankle articulation, just slightly, but not really needed. And again, guys, very stiff. I don't want to work these guys out too much and maybe risk, breaking or cracking some of the pieces that we have here. So there we are, guys. There's the Snow Miser and Heat Miser from 1974's Year Without a Santa Claus by Rankin and Bass, one of the masters of stop motion. So guys, if you like this video, I would appreciate the thumbs up if you would hit the like button. Please subscribe to the Pop Complex if you have not already by hitting that subscribe button. Hit the bell to be notified anytime I upload a new video to the Pop Complex. And guys, if you're new here to the channel, the Pop Complex is the place for toy collecting, retro pop culture, movies, TV, video games, and much more. So guys, thanks for watching. And remember, these guys are
too much. Too much.